Everyone's trying to find the next great breakout hitter. And luckily for us, there are so many tools and there's so much data available that I think we're going to be able to do it in this video. This is part 2 of my series, digging into data to find breakout players. I did it last month with pitchers. You guys love that video, so I want to do it again with hitters. But before we get started, if you guys are not already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop the video a like. Let me know what you think about this video style in my comments. And a special shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring this video. All right, now we're going to head over to the greatest website on earth, Fangraphs. Everyone out there, please support Fangraphs. And the first thing I'm going to do when we're on the hitting leaderboard right here is I'm going to change the custom date range. We're going to do this a few times in this video. But for the first round of selections, I'm going to change it to May 1st. And the big reason for that is just that early part of the season, all of April basically, because it happens first, it just weighs naturally more heavily in our mind. So I want to just get rid of everything that happened in that month and try and get a much purer stroke of what's gone on more recently in the baseball season. I'm also going to lower this minimum plate appearance threshold down to 100. And then I'm quickly going to go over here. I'm really happy that Fangraphs has this function now because this leaderboard is amazing, the way you can manipulate dates and plate appearances and all that stuff. But I'm going to go over to the StatCast bar. I want to get StatCast stats on the Fangraphs leaderboard. And right now, quickly, just from May 1st, minimum 100 plate appearances, going to sort by barrel rate. Just see if there's any real obvious breakouts that were missing in plain sight. So right off the bat, I mean, these guys at the top, usual suspects. Drake Baldwin, man, what a good hitter. Byron Buxton, one of the best players in baseball. Now that he's healthy. Owen Casey stands out to me, a player that I was very intrigued by through the offseason and early part of the season. Even though the barrel rate is this high since May 1st, I'm going to double check it. I'm still assuming his strikeout rate is still like 35%. I bet he's nearly the top of this list. Yeah, 36% still strikeout rate for Owen Casey since May 1st. So I'm not really going to be zeroing in on him during a video like this because that much of a strikeout rate, you're probably just not going to be a consistently successful hitter at the major league level. So we're going to keep scrolling around here, scrolling around here, scrolling around here. We're seeing a lot of platoon heroes who are having big breakout seasons. Guys like Luke Raley, Jake Bowers, Dominic Canzone. Those are guys, usual suspects again. Nolan Gorman, man, why do you keep popping on these kinds of lists? Why? Royce Lewis, that's an interesting one right there. We're going to put Royce Lewis in our back pocket. I'm going to expand this now to 100 hitters because we're still running elite barrel rates here, so I'm down to scroll a little bit longer. Michael Busch has broken back out in a big way. Kyle Stowers feels like he could have a big second half coming. Colton Cowser, another one I'm going to put in my back pocket over here. Something could happen. Gary Mitchell has the same issue as Owen Casey. Love the physical tools. Love with the production when he's actually putting his bat on the ball. But the bat on the ball could be an issue. Bryce Eldridge, I'm hoping if you guys have been watching this channel, you already have Bryce Eldridge on your teams. But he's still a free agent in too many leagues, so definitely keep an eye on Bryce Eldridge. Jesus Sanchez, the silent song that always sings to me. Kobe Mayo, even though he might be losing his starting spot to Blaze Alexander. We're still 12% barrel rate. Still looking good. Reese Hoskins hoping for a dead fish bounce at the end of his career. Cody Clemens has been nice lately. I'll put Cody Clemens in my back pocket as well. Sammy Basayo, he will hit, but again, he's also stuck in a bit of a platoon situation. Carson Bench has been fantastic. Victor Caratini's been a weapon in 2-catcher leagues lately. But I think this is about it right now for guys who have at least elite barrel rates. Oh, one more grab. Matt McLain with a 10% barrel rate since May 1st. Putting that one in our back pocket too. And we'll throw Cam Smith in there for fun as well. So we got Cam Smith. We got Matt McLain. Who else did we shout before? I guess Kobe Mayo is losing the starting job. Not a big deal there. Cowser, Stowers. But Stowers kind of is more of a bounce back than a breakout. Mark Vientos, what are you doing here? Get out of here, Mark Vientos. I will not spend the time of day with you. Royce Lewis as well. So now it's time to more seriously look into a few of these hitters. And I think the first one I'm going to do is Royce Lewis. I'm going to head over to Baseball Savant now. We all love Baseball Savant, of course. Show me some Royce Lewis action. Now moving to first base for the Twins. Since being re-promoted after being demoted, when something's happening new and I want to keep an eye on, especially for a guy like Royce Lewis who often struggles with strikeouts and swing and miss, I like to go to this breakdowns tab on Baseball Savant where it can show rolling graphs. Fangraphs has rolling graphs as well. Baseball Savant sometimes a little bit cleaner of a UI, but then we might jump back to Fangraphs because Fangraphs lets you roll 2 stats at once. But just starting out right here, I want to look at just the last 2 seasons. Can I zoom in? Give me a little zoom here. Baseball Savant. Thank you, Baseball Savant. Thank you, Mike Petriello. Let's zoom in. Very basic swing and miss rate. Oh, it zoomed all the way back out. Okay, so we can at least see, zoom in a little tighter on what's happened in the last year. Royce Lewis' swing and miss rate since returning has actually dipped down a little bit. This is nice to see that right there. As you guys see this red line, the Major League Baseball average, Royce Lewis has dipped down. A guy like Royce Lewis, he kind of has always naturally had these ebbs and flows in his swing and miss rate. We're going to check on strikeout rate. I'm assuming the same thing is happening there as well. Still kind of high, but still dipping down a little bit. I know Royce Lewis never going to walk, but let's see if we can find that for good measure. Kind of near the Major League average. That's something there. But real quick, I want to give you guys a message from the sponsor of today's video, Prize Picks. Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. And if you're not on Prize Picks yet, here's why you should be. First up, the app is super simple. You just pick more or less on a few player stats, lock your lineup, then that's it. You're in. There are no complicated strategies. There are no confusing interfaces. It really is just you, your sports knowledge, and your picks. And there are so many options for World Cup lineups on Prize Picks. Such an amazing tournament. Having so much fun watching and playing every single day. And of course, every single day, there's baseball lineups to make on Prize Picks. Pitchers, hitters, anything you want. And if you guys want to follow along with the lineups I make on Prize Picks, you can check me out at my username right here. But the best part, if you're a new Prize Picks user, you can get $50 worth of lineups just for playing your first $5 lineup. All you have to do is click the link in my description, download the Prize Picks app, and sign up with the promo code HMA. That's promo code HMA with the link in my description. Play your first $5 lineup, and you're going to get $50 worth of lineups. And Prize Picks is available in most states: California, Florida, Texas, New York. So check it out. Use the promo code HMA. And please, guys, only play if you know you can do so responsibly. So Royce Lewis is becoming a player we definitely should, and I now am a bit intrigued by. I'm going to check out now some of the bat tracking metrics. Again, these are when we start to get even more granular, but I do want to see if we can spot any genuine changes. If this gets even crazier, I'm going to start look up more split date attack direction, the baseball savant search function a little bit, but let's see the attack direction real quick for Royce Lewis. Stayed pretty regular all season, so no big adjustments there. So you have a shorter swing, so you have a longer swing, a little bit of a longer swing, basically the same thing there. Bat speed, maybe for Royce Lewis, as usual, could have been playing injured. Bat speed's actually up. Okay, now this is very serious about Royce Lewis. He's now swinging on average a faster bat than he has at any point in the last 3 seasons. Has coincided very precisely with his much better production and his much better underlying stats over the last 2 weeks. So Royce Lewis is a guy I think we're definitely adding to the list after this exercise. Now, after that, I'm kind of intrigued by Matt McLain. And that's probably a dirty thing to do right now because I know how much Matt McLain's hurt all of us in fantasy baseball over the years. But when you went back to shortstop, filling in for Ellie De La Cruz, things have been swinging up for him. And as bad as Matt McLain always is, if you're in leagues where this is important, the 8 home runs and the 11 stolen bases will always help us out. So now, again, similar. Let's get to the breakdown of Matt McLain. Let's see if anything has changed really specifically recently. And again, you guys, I just like making videos like this sometimes because it kind of walks through the things I'm looking for when I see players who have maybe better surface stats I want to figure out. If I'm figuring out if I'm putting guys in the videos I give to you guys, if I'm figuring out if I want to trade for guys or add guys to my own fantasy teams. Matt McLain's swing and miss rate has gone up, but it's not necessarily a tell-all for a guy like Matt McLain. Sometimes we kind of just hope that someone like him is getting to raw power. Maybe check out rolling bat speed for Matt McLain. Also up a little bit, but kind of has just been up this whole year. Seeing the low bat speed all of last year for Matt McLain honestly still gives me confidence in a bounce back because he was coming back from that wretched shoulder injury, which is terrible right there. Any small things in his bat tracking data, attack direction, attack angles kind of gone up and down all year. Nothing crazy there. Attack direction, also basically the same. And also just, I should have done this before. To give you guys a quick briefer on attack direction versus attack angle. Attack angle is the angle which the ball is struck off the bat. Attack direction is the angle with center field being a pure zero that you either pull the ball or hit the ball the other way. So that's kind of the thing for those two stats. Not seeing anything super specifically in McLain's profile right now that would make me think this is something that's like incredibly real, something we should take incredibly seriously, but I am still keeping tabs on Matt McLain. I still think that's a guy that should still be on our radars because of consistent playing time and power speed threat. But again, nothing as real as like say the Royce Lewis bat speed uptick over the last 3 weeks to be like, yes, there's a breakout guy I want to track at the moment. Now, the next guy I want to look into a bit more deeply was Colton Cowser, still with Matt McLain in our back pocket, still putting Royce Lewis firmly near the breakout tier. Now let's get into Colton Cowser a little bit. Let's do a little peruse here. Just seeing the XWOBA going up, quality of contact is better. I like his playing good defense that will keep him in the lineup every single day, but not qualify. It's not a lot of play appearances. Did I just miss a Colton Cowser injury? If I missed Colton Cowser not being in the lineup for a long time, that kind of would make sense. I'm not really locked in to, I just wrote Row the World on Row the World's website. Everyone shout out Row the World, the best place for baseball, all sport, player news out there. But haven't been super locked in the Orioles. Now reaches twice, lost to Mariners, doesn't have a recent injury on the ledger. Yeah, Colton Cowser's back playing, no big deal there. That is another thing we have to keep tabs on with these breakout hitters because we're not going to put them on our teams if they're not actually playing every single day. So I'm going to go back to Fangraphs for a hot second over here. I'm going to duplicate the tab so we can keep this leaderboard open in case we want to come back to it. Roster resource, Orioles, in-season tools. Hopefully I'm teaching you guys something here too because the roster resource on Fangraphs is a tool that I use almost more than anything else. And sometimes I just like to see a defensive lineup because I can at least see consistency in where guys are playing on which days. And just see, make sure Colton Cowser is still playing at least against all right-handed pitchers. And lately, Colton Cowser even got in the lineup against a lefty. And nope, neither of these lefties are here. But Colton Cowser's played every single day for 3 consecutive weeks. Yeah, this is a guy we should continue to be looking into. So back to Colton Cowser. Let's go back to those beautiful rolling charts and do a similar thing third time through. Then I'm going to show you guys different leaderboard, a different way to kind of extract, find successful hitters. But quickly, Colton Cowser, swing and miss, way down compared to the earlier part of the season when he struggled. Way down. Love to see that, Colton. Bat speed. Let me see that, Colton. Any of that? Bat speed's trending up slightly as well, so that's nice. Sometimes in the small sample, bat speed trending up, similar to the case like Royce Lewis. That's more narrative because a guy like Royce Lewis, always injured, can tell us a guy is healthy. Swing hard is good for that. But also sometimes in the small sample, it can tell us that players are getting into more advantageous counts more consistently, especially a guy like Cowser who struggled being behind in the count for seemingly his entire career. Just swinging a faster bat in a smaller sample could just tell us that he's intentionally choosing to swing harder because he has more opportunities to do so. But again, that's more narrative based. We're going to have to dig deeper to find stuff like that. Strikeout rate has gone down a good bit. Colton Cowser is never going to be a guy with an average strikeout rate. I don't really care that much about strikeout rate unless it's like the Owen Casey level I talked about before, like 32, 34%, completely untenable. But otherwise, not a very big deal. And just quick check of any of this. Wow, attack angle. Colton Cowser loves to get under the ball and hit it high in the air. And then quickly, just to close up here on Colton Cowser, anything up with his attack direction? All right. Much more to the pull side. We like Colton Cowser trying to progressively find more of his pull side power. But now after doing that and going through the basic StatCast leaderboard on Fangraphs, I'm going to take you to a leaderboard I love to make myself using the StatCast search function, something I talk about on this channel all the time, and it's the stat barrels per swings. I like barrels per swings. I like barrel rate in general. It's one of the best estimators that we have to measure future production, future power production especially, but the basic setting of that on Fangraphs takes either per batted balls or per plate appearance. And sometimes if a guy has tons of swings and misses or is maybe a bit too passive, they'll flash much more so in those versions of barrel rate besides barrel per swing, which at the same time is doing a really good job in my estimation of evaluating a player's swing decisions at the same time as their power production. So right now, on the Baseball Savant leaderboard, for pitch result, I've done all swings. For quality of contact, I've done barrels. I want the whole season, 2026. I'm going to do the same date range that we've been using. So since May 1st to today, recording this on June 23rd. And then this is the key with the Baseball Savant search function, the total pitch parameters. So this is basically what we're going to be using for total pitches. Not really a math guy, but I think this will wind up being the denominator. We want that to be the pitch result inside of these game dates. And now we're getting the barrels. I'm pointing on my screen right now. I'm an idiot. I think you guys can see that. But then we're getting the barrels out of that right here. And that's going to give us the percentage of barrels per swing when we search this. I want minimum number of total pitches, like 300 total pitches. So even we still get small sample guys, but also we're kind of eradicating the really, really small sample guys just to give a sense right here of who's got these great barrels per swing. And now we're going to sort right here by the percentage. Byron Buxton, of course, James Wood, Jordan, Shea Langoliers, Miguel Vargas, Dogs. Jack Caglione is really the obvious one. He's been the obvious one, it feels like, for like 3 consecutive of my videos. He's taking over right now. Looks like he's becoming a true middle-of-the-order bat. If you guys leave here with anything, you don't want the deep breakouts, leave here with Jack Caglione if you're in a 10-team league, and he might still possibly be in your waiver wire. Spencer Horowitz. Kazuma Okamoto is a guy who's flashed in these kind of metrics all season long. And at the same time, it's cool because we didn't think Okamoto would come to the league with this kind of raw power. But it's also frustrating because his swing and miss kind of still pushes me off him a little more so than I expected it to be when he was coming over stateside. Cody Clemens flashing again. All right, we might need a deeper look into Cody Clemens after this. Again, everyone keep an eye on Michael Busch. He's really bounced back after a really bad start to the season. Carson Bench is another guy. Just Bench and Busch since May 1st, if you take away their Aprils, they're easily performing like very, very good hitters, guys who should 100% be 12-team viable and have been for quite a long time now. Yes, no one's really popping. Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes you do a leaderboard, and that's why it's fun to take this journey together, where no one really pops like you think they should. Even a guy like JJ Bleday hanging out up here is still tons of fun. Yandy Diaz, of course. Kyle Stowers is still up here. So while we're having tons of swing and miss with Kyle Stowers and Cam Smith, at least we're getting to a spot where we're seeing these guys, when they connect, do good things and swinging at the right pitches, which again is why I love barrels per swing, because at least telling us the guys are swinging with the right pitches, the pitches they can barrel up. And even if they are swinging at bad pitches, the fact that they are still barreling up this high percentage of their swings, really, really good deal. So now that we have a few players that are very much on our radar, we're going to get a little bit trickier with all of this. Basically, what I want to do right now is see if any of these guys have done something dramatically differently in their approach from their first month of the season, which basically for all these guys was terrible, over the last month. I think I might split this up in like the 2 6-week flays right now, but let me explain. So I'm going to put a bunch of these guys in our pool. Cam Smith, Royce Lewis, Matt McLain, Colton Cowser. And there's one other guy I was talking about. It wasn't Kyle Stowers, was it? No. The power of editing. It was Cody Clemens. But Clemens has kind of just been good all year. I'm going to do a quick search on the Cody Clemens right now. Maybe it's not even worth going deeper into Cody Clemens because he might just be good. 770 OPS, quite good. He's been maintaining all year, but also better lately. Let me expand this out a little further just to see the trend. Yeah, basically just an above average hitter all season long. Nothing crazy. Cody Clemens really never had bad swing and miss issues, so I'm going to just see if anything different in Cody Clemens' bat tracking on the year in total. We're not going to have to flay him out like through certain time gaps like these guys who started slow and got hot recently, but just checking out Cody Clemens, the fast swing rate is basically the same. It's still slow, but swing length is shorter. Bat speed is nearly similar. Has Cody Clemens had swing and miss issues? Did I just forget about Cody Clemens having swing and miss issues? No, they were never bad. No, definitely never. Yeah, I guess he just got the bat speed up with a shorter swing. Right there, A-okay. Love that from Cody Clemens. Finding some lift. Is the tilt higher? Let me see the tilt. Let me see some Cody Clemens. Tilt's higher than last year. Attack angle basically the same. Attack direction basically the same. Ideal attack angle basically the same. Nothing crazy about Cody Clemens. Just looks like a guy that is playing better baseball right now. But again, back to here. Get Cody Clemens out of here. So get the confusion out of here. I'm going to now change these dates up a little bit. I'm going to keep this search exactly how it is. I'm going to get rid of barrels. I'm going to get rid of the swings. And I'm going to get rid of the total pitch parameter. I'm going to get rid of this. And now what I want to add, where is this stuff going on here? I want to change my included stats now to include a lot of these bat tracking metrics that can tell us if hitters are trying to make adjustments on the fly. So scroll down here, the bat tracking averages, bat speed, attack direction, intercept point, attack angle, swing path tilt, swing length. And then just for fun, I'm going to throw in whiff rate and expected WOBA. I don't really love expected WOBA as a stat because it doesn't take in spray direction, but it does give us a good sense for quality of contact. Sometimes just throw it in as something top line to look at and be like, oh, good quality of contact, bad quality of contact. And now that we have this for our predetermined date that we were using before, I might even just change this up a little bit, put a little smaller scale right here, do it to May 15th. And I'm going to duplicate this tab and I'm going to do the exact same search, but I'm going to do it from the beginning of the year until May 15th where I started this before. So back here, March 18th, doesn't matter. Back to May 15th, May 14th, right where I started it before. Not quality of contact barrel. Make sure I get rid of that on both of these, and pitch result doesn't matter. I don't care if you swing. I don't care what you do. I want to get everything that you did, and I want to track all of those bad tracking stats I just had. Get rid of the pitch parameters as well. Cowser, Lewis, McLain, Smith. Yes, these are guys I'm looking at right now. Search. Back to this one. Good. Search. And when you're getting competitive swings. So now let's do some fun comparisons here. Fun with tabs, everybody. We love fun with tabs. Cam Smith is the first guy. Now this is the one that was beginning of the season. Was still making good quality contact, was whiffing a ton recently. Quality contact's a little bit worse and whiffing worse. Bat speed, a tick higher lately. We like that. Could just be the weather warming. Attack angle basically the same. Swing length basically the same. Attack direction, pulling more so. Yes, that's a big key right there for Cam Smith. I love seeing Cam Smith pull the ball more, and I love seeing the intercept point. All right, that's basically the same too. And the tilt is, this was the beginning of the season. Okay, the tilt is lower too. So Cam Smith is coming at the ball a little bit more direct. Still has the classic Cam Smith uppercut, but now he's swinging away where he's going to pull the ball more often. And I think that will help him get to more game power. So Cam Smith's another guy. Big checkbox for Cam Smith here. Now we got Colton Cowser. This is, I keep forgetting which tab I'm on here. This is the recent one. We got a good xWOBA, and not a terrible whiff rate, but not a great one either. Early in the season for Cowser, we're way out of order now. Let's go in alphabetical. Way bad whiff rate, and the bat speed was, give me that, come on, let's go, significantly lower. So right there, two massive check marks for Cowser. It made me think he was just playing through something. Swing length is much longer. Attack direction right there, basically the same. Swing tilt, basically the same, actually exactly the same. And intercept point, basically the same. All right, so again, Colton Cowser, another guy. Just the fact that he's swinging and missing less often, that's a big deal for a guy like that. Now next, the GOAT, Royce Lewis. Lately, we know we've seen that bat speed tick up. That's 75.6 versus 70.8. That is such a significant bat speed uptick. I want to see the big difference between right there, a 70 and a 75.8 on the actual bat speed leaderboard, because that's going to be between like some of the best hitters in the league and someone who's slappy. 75.8, that compares favorably to Yordan Alvarez, Austin Riley. Yikes, but good bat speed still. That's a top 20 bat speed among qualified hitters. Let's scroll down to, what was that exactly? I want to find what that was exactly. 70.8. 70.8 on the bat speed leaderboard. You're getting Spencer Steer, Ildemaro Vargas, Matt Vierling, Dalen Lyle. Not the same caliber of hitters. Guys who are now in the lower third of bat speed of qualified hitters in the entire league. That is a massive, significant jump forward for Royce Lewis. Yes, Royce Lewis, come on, baby. Get back together. Do it one more time. Matt McLain now, probably the guy on this list I still have the least confidence in early in the season. Very short swing. Opposite field attack direction, we hate that. Bat speed below 70 miles per hour, we hate that as well. We're seeing 72. We're seeing a pull side attack direction, slightly longer swing, but you can afford that. Attack angle at 12. Back then it was at 9. Okay, so Matt McLain, another guy, seemed like he's really trying to make some swing changes under the hood to get to more power. I kind of love this list. I love these 4 guys. We might go home with just all 4 of these guys right here. These being the guys that we take on our breakout hitter video. Cam Smith, Matt McLain, Royce Lewis, and Colton Cowser. But I do have one more leaderboard I want to go through with you guys. I'm going to take you to Excel for that. I want you guys to forgive me because my Excel skills are poor. They're not very good at all. But let's make this the whole screen right here. And we're going to look now at, I made a leaderboard and I'm going to show it to you on Fangraphs right now. You can do custom leaderboards on Fangraphs. Get Fangraphs membership, guys. So many tools available to you. I wanted strikeout rate, barrel rate, hard hit rate, bat speed, O-swing, which is chase rate, in-zone contact, in-zone swing rate. Now we're going to head over back to Excel. And right now, what I'm showing you in these stats, this is the league average for all of these stats. Again, great way to use Fangraphs right here. League-wide stats. You can get the league average for any stat you want. And I'm literally just going to find any hitter in the league who pops, and this was similar, the leaderboard I was showing you before. 100 plate appearances since May 1st. And I want to see anyone who's above average in all of these stats. So 7.7 barrel rate. I'm probably going to speed this up or just cut this part out because my Excel fingers are just embarrassing. So 7 greater than sign, greater than or equal to 7.7 barrel rate. Yes, sir. What? Greater than or equal to? Why did that come up with no names? How was no one? That's what I'm telling you guys about my Excel fingers. They're terrible. Back to it here. I want every hitter on this list. That's right. That's what I'm doing right here. By color, don't care. Choose one. Greater than or equal to 7.7, right? Oh, it's because I'm using percentages on this. Oh, idiot. Not a math guy. Never, ever claim to be a math guy here. 0.077. Still nothing? Is it 0.077? Yeah, it's 0.077, isn't it? Yep, 0.077. Stupid. All right. So now we have every single player in the league with an above average barrel rate with at least 100 plate appearances since May 1st. Now I want to get bat speed right here. I want guys who are swinging a fast bat. You got to swing a fast bat. It's very important. I want 72 miles per hour. 72 miles per hour. Now we have all the guys with plus bat speed who swing better than average bat speed. Now I want O-swing rate. I want guys who are not chasing pitches out of the strike zone very much. That right there is 30.3%. We'll round down to 30 just to be nice. So right there, because we're using percentages again, got to be smart about this one, 0.030. Nope. 0.030. Thank you, Excel. Got it. Sorted. See it, say it's sorted. We're getting that. Does that actually work? See it, say it's a no. We got 42% right there. Same with Basayo. Maybe those ones just actually came out regular. 30%. Greater than or equal to. Oh, I want less than or equal to. Dumb. Less than or equal to 0.30. I am so unbelievably bad at math. Great. Now we have every player in the league who swings better than average bat speed with a better than league average barrel rate and a better than league average chase rate since the beginning of May with at least 100 plate appearances. The last one now, probably a few more now. I'm going to do zone swing and zone contact without those guys. So zone contact 86, zone swing 66. Back for these beautiful Excel fingers. Zone contact greater than 86%, 0.86, boom, boom. Give me that. Really cut our list down to get that zone contact. And now zone swing better than 66%, 0.66. Nice, lovely. So now right here, we have a beautiful leaderboard of every single hitter in Major League Baseball since May 1st with at least 100 plate appearances. That's better than league average in bat speed, barrel rate, chase rate, zone swing, and zone contact. And we have some usual suspects. Yandy Diaz, Brian Reynolds, and Brandon Nimmo, twins forever. Tyler Soderstrom, my guy. You guys still know I have to love Tyler Soderstrom. Really making me look good right now. George Springer. That's a shocking inclusion on this list, seeing George Springer there. George Springer barely has a better than league average barrel rate. And again, we're using barrels per plate appearance on this one, so that can help a player pop. Maybe doesn't earn it. Hard hit rate's really low on George Springer, so he's a guy I actually would weed out of this one just to get a better than league average hard hit rate. Let's go over there to 38%. Get rid of George Springer. I just want to take George Springer off this list. George Springer, greater than or equal to 0.39. No, 0.39. 0.39. There you go. See you later, George Springer. Get out of this great leaderboard. And then we have the interesting ones down here. Bryce Eldridge, who again, singing his praises over the last month. He has to be rostered in every single league right now. He has league-winning potential. This season's Nick Kurtz potential. He's the guy. But this is the interesting one now. Blaze Alexander. He's someone who I'm actually going to feature in the big waiver wire video this week. I was going to make him the thumbnail of that video, but maybe now I'll make him the thumbnail of this video instead. Maybe I'll double Blaze Alexander in these thumbnails. I've been writing about him a lot. My other gig at NBC Sports. Blaze Alexander with only an 18% strikeout rate since May 1st. Better than league average barrel rate. Not an elite barrel rate, but a good barrel rate. 44% hard hit. Over at 72 mile per hour bat speed. Good chase. Good zone contact. Good zone swing. I want to quickly, can I go back and look? Oh, my barrels per swing. How quickly can I make my barrels per swing again, guys? I need my barrels per swing. Bather. Pitch result. All swings. Quality of contact. Barrel. Since May 1st. May 1st. From today. Nice. Minimum number of total pitches. 300. Total pitch parameters. Dates. And swings. I just want to see Blaze Alexander flashes in this. I'm assuming it's high. I don't know if I missed him before. I don't know if maybe I did too many, maybe not enough pitches. Too many pitches. Yeah, I'm not getting a Blaze Alexander on this. How many total pitches do I have to go down to get Blaze Alexander? 150 total pitches? Is that really all he's seen? Loading up Blaze Alexander. Still no Blaze? Blaze Alexander, all right, around 3.3%. That's a good number for a barrel per swing. That's going to be hovering right around guys like who? William Contreras. It's really not that good of a list right here, but it's at least in the upper third of guys in the league. And we just saw he flashed on a leaderboard that catches a lot of other stuff. So we're leaving here with Blaze Alexander. We're leaving here with Colton Cowser, Royce Lewis, Matt McLain, Cam Smith. So if you guys are looking for breakout hitters, they're going to come over the second half of the Major League season. I think these 5 are really good bets to do so. Throw my guy Jason Dominguez in there, and just throw Dylan Cruz back in for good measure. He's still doing so many good things under the hood. But that's another great video in the books, trying to use data to find breakout hitters. Again, if you guys like this type of stuff, I'll do it more so on the channel, at least once a month, maybe every other week, if you guys really like it. But I do like to kind of peel back the curtain, show my process, and have some fun, just kind of do a half-hour baseball data yap session with you guys. So thank you all so much. See you next time.